All right, bro. We are here, 2025 Royal Rumble. We're here with our boy Malik. You guys may know him as narcolepsyboy on TikTok, YouTube. Legend, bro. We're glad to have you.
Legend.
Bro, you are,
Legend
bro.
in the making, but we'll go ahead and say that.
Yeah, in the making.
In the making.
Hey, we're here doing an impromptu podcast here in our hotel room. 4 guys in a room. Hey, it ain't weird, bro, unless you make it weird. It ain't weird unless you make it weird, bro.
I don't know what he's talking about. There's a girl over there. There's a girl over there.
Hey, Mary.
I don't know what Malik talking about.
They all hear from me. Don't worry.
But we out here in Indianapolis, like Mario said, for the Royal Rumble. We're a couple hours away, but like we said, we want to knock this one out. First off, bro, welcome. How you doing, bro?
Doing good, man. Thanks for having me, man. It's been a long time.
Hey,
we're talking about this for a minute.
Yeah, we talked about it for a minute. Your second guest, we had Bobby Lashley first. Second guest is a big deal, bro. I don't know if you know this, bro, but hey, we almost had 1K subscribers. Hey, it's a little big deal for us.
I went viral with the Bobby Lashley stuff, man. That was pretty.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks that it got taken down.
He had some crazy booking. He had some crazy bookings.
But we were really proud of that. We were really proud of that interview.
No, that's an amazing accomplishment.
The fact that we couldn't put it back up. I mean, we did a second one, but it just
y'all still had it though. Y'all still. I mean, y'all did the second one, but it's like y'all could say that y'all interviewed Bobby Lashley.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's true. That's true.
Man.
On a more positive note, though. It's the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble's today, bro. We're super excited. But we wanted to interview you, bro, because you're a big wrestling content creator.
For sure.
And I mean, pretty much just got some basic questions for you.
Yeah. Shoot, man.
First one, bro. What got you into wrestling? How old were you when you started getting into wrestling, bro?
So I don't know if anyone's gonna care, but I started watching wrestling about like 2004. My uncle's the one who got me into it. My uncle was big into wrestling when I was a kid. He got me into it. He's kind of pushed himself away from it a little bit, but he still keeps up with it here and there. But yeah, he's the one who kind of got me into it, and I started dabbling into it myself as I got older and older, and I've just been attached to it, man. Just been hooked with it. Never could detach myself from it, bro. Even as you got older, when you become a certain age, it becomes uncool to watch and stuff. But
you're right.
Yeah, man, I can never get away from it.
Even during like we went through some tough times there, because we went from the Attitude Era to the PG era.
I'm a Ruthless Aggression era guy, man.
So are we. But we had a little rough patch after the Ruthless Aggression
era. Oh, the PG era?
Yeah.
The
PG era wasn't that bad though, for real. I mean,
but that was the part where a lot of people did start falling off
I even did have a couple years where I tuned out for a little bit.
And
I got back in.
Yeah, I've never tuned out with it, bro. I've never detached myself from it. I'm not one of those people who just can stop watching. Even if the only time I probably wasn't watching like weekly was like 2018, 2019 when it was getting really bad. But I mean, I still watch all the pay-per-views. I still kept up with it through social media. Like, I was still tuned in with what was going on. Like, I had to know what's going on. So.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know the PG era is when a lot of people kind of separated from it because it was PG. But the PG era wasn't that bad. I mean, you had a lot of people look at all the stuff you had in that era that people talk about all the time, like 2009 Randy Orton, PG era, Rock and Cena, PG era.
Yeah, it's very valid.
The whole 4-year storyline with Undertaker and Triple H and Shawn Michaels, all the PG era, all those WrestleMania matches, PG era. Jeff Hardy's peak of his popularity, PG era. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of good things in the PG era. I'm not saying all that was good. There was some bad stuff in the PG era as well. I mean, but I feel like a lot of people got to look back at those moments and realize that all that stuff happened when it was named the PG era, the rise of Daniel Bryan's peak, stuff like that. The Shield's debut in the PG era, The Rock returning to wrestling, you know what I'm saying? So I think the PG era is a little overrated. It's a little overhated, sorry. It's a little overhated among the fans just because it has PG attached to it. Just because the product was PG doesn't mean that it was bad. I mean,
it's still PG now.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely had its tough times. I mean, I get why some people didn't like a John Cena, when they may have grew up on Rock and Austin, but John Cena just was different at that time, when he's coming out and saying like bologna, fudge, and mustard, stuff like that.
He was doing the Fred movies.
The Fred movies and stuff, and coming out with the Fruity Pebble shirts and stuff like that. So but I mean, the product at the time, it was suffering. I would say like from 2010 to like 2013.
That's around the time I tuned out.
I would say it was suffering a little bit, but that was because of the lack of stars they had that were in the main event scene. You got to remember, in 2010, Shawn Michaels retired, Batista left, Chris Jericho left.
Yes.
Triple H left full time, went to more of an executive role. Undertaker also departed that time, and started doing just like WrestleMania and stuff. So, I mean, those are 5 legends all in a time frame we lost. Jeff Hardy also left at his peak. He was gone at that time frame. And they tried with other people like Ryback. He was really over at once, but they never really kind of went with him long term. Yeah. The Nexus got buried, so they never really went with them long term. I mean, of course, you still had the Shield and all that stuff, and that was great too. But I feel like, you know, they were suffering because of the people that they didn't have in that main event scene. You go back and look at like Ruthless Aggression. You had Batista, you had Orton, you had Edge, you had Undertaker, and you had Triple H and Cena, and you had, you know, Bobby Lashley was there in the mix for a little bit. You know, CM Punk was kind of on the come up
JBL, Eddie, all of them.
JBL, Eddie Guerrero before he passed away. You know, Booker T, like Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho. Like it was so much stacked roster with so much stacked talent. So I feel like that's where they were kind of missing in that particular time frame. But it was still cool.
Yeah, you brought up Jeff Hardy just a minute ago, and I wanted to get your thoughts on this. You saw what he said on the Chris Van Vliet interview about, you know, if he didn't go through his drug problems and his problems that he had throughout his career, that he says he could have been bigger than John Cena. Thoughts on that? Do you agree with that take?
No,
I don't either.
Yeah,
we talked about it on our podcast.
Well, to break it down,
break it down.
It's different looks. To the hood, for sure. Yeah, Jeff Hardy in the streets definitely could have been more popular. He already actually.
I think he already is.
Yeah,
I think he already is.
I would say Jeff Hardy among the people, how the people view him. Yes, he could have been bigger than John Cena based off how they view him. But we're talking from a company aspect. I don't ever see the company putting him above John Cena.
And that's kind of how we looked at it too.
Yeah, I don't see that. I mean, they wouldn't even do it for CM Punk, and CM Punk was straight edge.
Yep.
And he was the guy that the people wanted. You heard the chants. I think that white T-shirt he came out with in 2011. I think that's like one of the top 5 most sold T-shirts in like company history. Like, but they never were gonna place him above Cena. You just saw the way they were booking him through the Summer of Punk and with the title reign, and they were never gonna put him above John Cena. John Cena was always gonna be the number 1 marquee guy because he was just the more marketable guy. I think he was the more dependable guy too when it comes to the work ethic and it comes to the dedication of the schedule. I mean, how many wrestlers do you know who dedicate literally their life to WWE? When I did an interview with Mr. Kennedy, and we were talking off the air, and he told me that, and 1 year, I can't remember exactly what year he said, but there was a calendar year where John Cena was home for 1 day out of the year.
It's crazy, bro.
So out of 365 days, he was home for 1 day. So 364 days, this guy was sleeping in hotels or Airbnbs or somewhere else in a different in a different landscape. He was somewhere else for the entire year.
Yeah.
That's great. I don't know if Jeff Hardy would have had that type of work ethic. Not to mention, we talk about the dedication. This guy John Cena break his neck and they say he's out for a year. He back 3 months. Who else does that, bro?
He for all of Superman.
Yeah. Who else does that? This guy tore his pec and was back in the Royal Rumble like 3 months later. Nobody, that was unheard of. Nobody else is doing that. Like, I think it all comes down to that work of that dedication. That's what Vince McMahon was like. No, this guy's dependable. I can depend on him. He may get hurt. Not gonna be hurt for long. Yeah. And if he is hurt, he's still gonna promote the company. He was strictly WWE.
Yeah.
So I don't. It's tough to say, man. I mean, Jeff Hardy was really tough. I can't lie. I mean, you talk about his peak, his apex was really high. But people also have to remember too. When are we talking about his push getting started?
Well, for me, his main push, which was what, 2008,
2009. But like, what are we counting it before then? Because he did have that match with Undertaker.
I think he's just saying in general.
Undertaker held his hand up and everything like that.
Yeah, and that was in 2002. This John Cena was a nobody.
So I listened to the interview with Chris Van Vliet, and I don't believe he specifies which year. I think he just says in general.
He said in his 20s, right?
If he took
20s and 30s.
Yeah, if he took WWE more serious, if he took professional wrestling more serious, I think he thinks that. I'm assuming he's believing that with his work ethic, with his popularity, he would have been bigger than John Cena. But you hit the nail right on the head. I mean, we talked about it on our podcast, and I don't think Vince, you brought it perfectly, a perfect example with CM Punk. Vince had a type, bro. Like, he had a type of guys that were the main guys in wrestling,
You hear the story about Daniel Bryan, too?
About what?
Daniel Bryan did an interview. I don't remember whose podcast it was. It might have been Sam Roberts or something, but I can't remember vividly. But you brought up a good point. Vince had a certain type.
He did. Yes.
When Daniel Bryan won the titles at WrestleMania, he said that Vince literally told him what the plans were going to be. Like, what happened with Cena at SummerSlam, that was going to be Daniel Bryan. You're going to get destroyed by Brock Lesnar, which was cool and everything. But he was like, that was all going to happen because they were going to build up Roman Reigns. He told Daniel Bryan he wanted Roman Reigns to be his next John Cena.
Okay, no,
He's going to make Roman Reigns. This was after WrestleMania. A week after WrestleMania.
And they used to tell him too, bro. Stephanie and Triple H would tell him like, "You're a B player." Like and bro, it kind of felt like they were being for real, like dead ass. Like they were actually being dead ass.
Just imagine, like after he wins the world title, he's the hottest superstar in the company.
Yeah, he was for sure.
But he's still telling him, I want Roman Reigns to be my next John Cena.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do all this stuff, and then we're gonna build up Brock for Roman for next year's WrestleMania. So basically, everything they did, it lined up, but the fans just didn't. They weren't accepting it.
Right.
Because Daniel Bryan was so beloved.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right.
I'm about to say, going back to as far as like childhood or anything like that, was there a match when you were younger that like that was it? That was like your favorite match of all time? Oh hell, even now, like do you still consider it your favorite of all time?
I don't have all time. I think it's hard to pick one match all time, but the match that definitely got me in, that hooked me was the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
2005 Royal Rumble. I'll never forget it, bro. I watched it. I got the DVD. I still got the DVD. Still own it. But I watched it on DVD back in the day.
Was that Ray or was that 06?
That was 06. This is the one Batista one.
Oh, okay, yes.
It's the botch.
With the botch,
Batista.
yes.
But I remember watching it and just being fascinated about like the superstars coming out, and then the ending with Cena and Batista. I'll never forget it. Like the stare down and stuff. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I was still trying to understand it, but I was like, I felt something, man. And that WrestleMania, actually WrestleMania 21, I watched it live.
21's one of my favorite WrestleMania.
That's my all-time favorite WrestleMania.
Yes. Yeah, that was the first one where I actually was able to watch from start to finish live.
I watched it live, like in real time, and I was just hooked, man.
Bro, Undertaker and Randy, bro.
I'm so excited for tonight because the Royal Rumble is my favorite event of the year, and this is my first one I'm attending live, man.
Same for us.
I've always wanted to go to one live, and now that I'm here, I'm just like, bro, I just can't wait to feel it, bro. The energy, like a lot of my my people was like in the press and stuff. They're sitting up in the press box and everything.
Okay.
And I didn't get it accepted into the press, but even if I did, I don't think I would want to sit in the press box. Like, I want to be in the crowd.
Right.
Like I want to experience like the energy of the crowd.
It's something different, dude.
Be there, like
I feel that way about suites also. Like I see people in suites, and don't get me wrong, the buffet and shit, that shit all looks good, but I don't feel like the energy is the same versus being in a suite versus being now.
Maybe it is. Maybe
it is. Yeah, I personally I've never been in a suite, so I couldn't tell you. But like just based off people when I see like whether they post on social media, this video, like it just doesn't look like the same versus being in the crowd. It's free?
Yeah.
Oh, what? You just got to be press.
Yeah, for press you get in. Yeah.
Oh,
free.
okay.
That's why it's called press box.
Yeah.
That's why people get into it. So I mean, free. It's free. But it's like,
how high is it?
To be in, it's at the top, like the
press. See,
VIP, like VIP and stuff.
I don't know if I want to be up there personally.
But I'm just feeling like I would much rather be in the crowd though. Like Like imagine if we get an AJ Lee return tonight. You know how crazy it's gonna be.
Yes.
Pop the Rock shows up or something like that. Like even the people that we already know are gonna be there, like Cena and Roman, and Punk and Charlotte. Like just to feel that energy, it's just when you're in the crowd, man. It's
something
different.
completely different.
Yeah, I saw on Twitter. Is it? I don't want to hear your guys' opinion. I don't think I've asked you. Royal Rumble. Safe to say, Royal Rumble is the greatest match stipulation of all time.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
To me,
I agree.
To me,
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah,
I always look forward to the Royal Rumble more than WrestleMania.
What's second? Other than Royal Rumble.
Ooh.
What, stipulation wise?
Yeah. Like, or like I'm including like Elimination Chamber.
You gotta be Hell in a Cell, right?
Street Fight.
I was going to say Hell in a Cell.
You can go to TNA and bring up like an X Division or like.
Ultimate X is tough.
Yeah, it is tough,
Ultimate
right?
X is tough.
So what would be second?
Ooh, Money
after?
In the Bank could be up there.
I was
Money in the Bank.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of debating between because even though as much as I love Hell in a Cell, I would say either Money in the Bank or a Chamber.
Chamber?
See, for me, the Chamber's lost its lore though, just because it's every year now, and
it doesn't mean the same like it used to.
It's definitely more padded too. Now,
well, Money in the Bank is the same way though.
You're right.
Yeah.
But the Elimination Chamber, and this is the benefit of the wrestlers. Like, I don't want them getting hurt, but like. You go back and watch an old Elimination Chamber match. That Chamber, bro, brutal, bro.
Bad, bro.
Brutal. It's not even in comparison to.
But it's better. It's better the way it is now.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
I agree.
100%.
Like I don't want wrestlers getting hurt. Triple H got a punctured lung from RVD.
Yeah.
Like I don't want that shit. Right. But
I would say I would say Hell. I would say Hell in a Cell.
I love the Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell is solid,
and that's something that me and Mario have spoken about. That Hell in a Cell at this point needs to go back to being, bro. It needs to be with a hell of a rivalry. To
Punk
where
and
like
Drew was.
Like it was perfect.
It was perfect.
And then I even said like Punk and Drew was a good one, but I really thought we were going to get Liv and Rhea in Hell in a Cell. I was like, that's a rivalry that I feel like could have benefited from Hell in a Cell, or not necessarily benefited.
At one point,
no, it could have.
I'm upset.
I'm upset they didn't have any matches with any type of stipulations to it, man. Besides the cage thing, but
I mean,
like a real stipulation to it.
Yeah.
Like a Street Fighter, last woman standing, something. I don't know, man. I feel like they missed out on that opportunity.
Yeah,
I Quit match or something like that would have been crazy.
Yeah,
with them too,
I agree. Yeah, or just make it no holds barred. Like, that would have been epic.
Noah's bar would have been sick.
Yeah. I wanted to ask, we're in 2025 now, Royal Rumble's coming up. Who is on your radar to have a huge 2025 in WWE?
Omos, bro.
Okay, so you've been saying that, right? You've been saying that all today. I didn't know if you were like trolling or you're being
Omos
serious.
is the greatest of all time. Man.
So like, okay, so you're generally like you're for real behind Omos.
Is going to have a great year. I don't know if people watched him in Japan and Pro Wrestling Noah.
At Noah, yes.
He was a part of a team called Team 2000X. He was half tag team champion and everything, but I think people when they look at Omos, they expect his style to be a little bit different, and I get he's a giant, so old school giant wrestling like Andre the Giant, stuff like that. It's different back like in the day, like for the 80s and 90s. But I don't think people realize how much potential he has to be like a draw.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
If you look at him,
Bobby mentioned it too.
If you look at him,
mentioned on his, bro.
If you look at him, he has all the potential to be a draw. He doesn't have to do much in the ring. All he has to do is just make people believe. Like Jacob Fatu right now. Jacob Fatu obviously can do more in the ring.
Hey, but he was actually in that box though, bro. He was actually in that box.
No, he was in that box.
Bro. Yeah,
he was in that box.
So, hey.
But I'm saying as far as believability, like
right.
Omos could never do the things that Jacob could do in the ring.
Yes.
But we're talking about presentation. Presentation matters. And when Jacob comes out, people believe that he's a threat. Yes. They believe that he's a dominant force. They believe that he can beat people's asses. You know what I mean? Like that's all Omos needs to have.
Yes.
When Omos music hits, you're not supposed to feel like.
Hey, I'm gonna hit that bathroom break.
Yeah, when his music hits, you're supposed to be like, oh shit,
right.
Somebody about to get messed up. You know what I mean?
Like old school Kane, like Big Show back in the day.
Like old school, like Goldberg, like Lesnar, like people like that. Like when Lesnar's
Brock, boy.
Yeah. When
that music hit back in the day.
When that music would hit, you would feel like
someone's
the
Shield.
When the Shield would come out, and you hear that Sierra Hotel, like. When you hear that Shield music, you're like, oh shit, bro, like, you need to get out the ring, bro. Like, you about to die. Like, something like, that's all Omos has to feel. You know what I mean? I feel like if he can, Omos basically, honestly, needs to be what Braun Strowman was. And they fucked that up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know if we can cuss on here.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
you can say whatever you want.
They messed that up badly.
Yes.
And Braun Strowman, I think, had more athleticism. I think he could have more believability because of his strongman size and everything. Like, he was perfect.
Yeah.
He was the perfect big guy. They had it. They had it right there, man. Basically, what Braun Strowman was, they messed it up. Omos could be that, bro. When Braun Strowman was flipping over ambulances and stuff like that, and he was destroying people, like, I feel like they could do the same thing with Omos. Now they have to put him against the right people.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, so how do we get there? How do we, like, what does he need?
Just take baby steps, man. You gotta have the right people put him over. Like, Braun Strowman came at the right time, too, because the Roman Reigns feud was really good. But this at the time when people really didn't like Roman.
Well, and he had the Wyatts also.
The Wyatts too.
Okay, I was going to say, so as far as, putting him in the right position and everything like that. So let's say for tonight at the Rumble, by the time this comes out, everyone's going to already know what happens. But let's say Omos comes out tonight. You have Jacob Fatu in the ring. They go at it and he eliminates Jacob. I feel like that's a good one right there.
That's a good thing.
Have him eliminate someone big. It don't have to be Jacob.
Well, but as far as a threat like that,
he could throw out like a
I don't think he'd throw out Roman,
he
but
he could throw out like because of a big name like a Jey Uso.
He throws out John Cena.
He could throw out Jey Uso because Jey Uso, but like he would have to be put with the right people to help propel him. I'm thinking like
they tried it with Seth Rollins.
I'm thinking like Damian Priest, Seth Rollins can make him look really good.
I feel like Bobby said he wanted to try.
You know what? Seth Rollins could be the perfect answer. They never had a feud, but Seth Rollins will never be in a bad spot. So if he were to put
Didn't they have a match at a PLE?
I thought they did.
They did, but it wasn't like a feud though. Right. If Omos were to dominate Seth, did he? Where he were to get the better half of Seth, I feel like Seth Rollins is one of those guys he can work with anybody, and he's in a secure spot, so it's not going to affect him by any means necessary.
For sure.
I think that would be a very beneficial thing for him to be a part of, but it's just all about booking and presentation. He just needs the right presentation. Omos matches aren't going to be... They may not be show stealer matches. They may not be top tier 5-star ratings, Dave Meltzer and shit, but like he just needs. It's all about presentation for him. He's 7'4" or something like that,
bro.
Like,
if this is attitude, if this is Ruthless Aggression era, he's a superstar.
100%.
He's a superstar.
The Great Khali was the world champion.
Yeah.
Tell me Omos ain't got more charisma than him.
Yes, he's a superstar. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
He is a victim of. In today's WWE, I feel like there's no good managers anymore. You have Paul Heyman, of course. MVP when he was there was a good mouthpiece. But there's not really any good managers right now that can elevate talent. Like you don't have like Umaga had Armando, right? Like Omos, there's nobody else other than Paul Heyman. And today's like, yes, what's his face has his wife, Karrion Kross has his wife, but she's not, you know what I mean? Like, there's not a manager in today.
So who would be a good manager for him then, though?
Well, that's the thing.
MVP was perfect.
He was
perfect.
I agree with you. And so he needs a mouthpiece, and then he needs. I think WWE is doing a better job because they're building up Braun Strowman again. They're building up Jacob Fatu, Bronson Reed, Bronson Reed before he got hurt. They're doing a good job building. They're doing a good job building these monsters.
That could be Omar. I'm saying. Like,
I agree with you.
Presentation, man.
They're doing a good job. They're doing a better job building monsters again. But now I just think he needs a mouthpiece. So now you got to find that person to be with Omos because you already let go of MVP, so that's out the water. You're not putting him with Paul Heyman, so you got to find somebody else. That's my thing. I think now in today's WWE, bro, it's not like Ruthless Aggression era where I can just see a monster come, don't say a single fucking word, and just beat people's ass. Like, bro, I gotta see people talk on the mic.
Facts.
So it's like, and Omos, I mean, I haven't really heard him talk on the mic. I don't know if he can or not, but I assume the reason they're not letting him is because
probably doesn't have that mic skill all the way down.
So the thing for him is you got to find that right mouthpiece, bro. And I think MVP could have worked, but they were, for whatever reason, just weren't doing it. But okay, so you're going with Omos. He's your 2025 Breakout Superstar of the Year. Like he's gonna have a big 2025 push.
That's what I want.
Who do you have one for the women's?
Realistically, it's probably gonna be Jacob.
Jacob Fatu.
Oh.
For the women's, I'm going to say. I think main roster. I want to go NXT wise. Breakout.
Because we also don't know who's going to come up from NXT.
Yeah, I'm going to say Breakout NXT. I'm going to say Jada Parker.
Fire. Hey,
Jada
shit,
Parker.
you don't hear no negative from us, boy.
I hit that off.
Parker,
Yeah.
Parker.
Now, okay, so I do want to ask. I do want to ask as well. You brought up Jacob Fatu. What do we do with Solo Sikoa? Because
that's a big question right now,
bro. Me and Vincent are big Solo Sikoa fans. I feel like a lot of people were not giving him the benefit of the doubt. They were holding him to Roman standard. They didn't let him grow, and he grew tremendous. Like his character, bro, is night and day. You asked me last year compared to this year, it's way better.
Well, it's not even that. It's also because like we even said on the podcast too. I was telling Mario, I forgot which segment on SmackDown it was, but Roman was going through some shit inside the ring. He turned around, bumped into Jacob, and everyone was like, "Oh," and he was like, sorry. And I told Mario next time we filmed, I was like, why is he doing that? What am I supposed to believe?
Solo.
Like,
you meant Solo.
My bad.
Okay,
Solo.
yes.
What did I say?
Yeah, you said Jacob.
My bad. Shit. Yeah, he would be.
Yeah.
No, what you call it? But for Solo, I'm thinking, why am I supposed to like believe that you're scared of him? For what? Every single time he fights, he loses. Like, what? Why am I supposed to believe this? And then slowly but surely, and because Mario was telling him, he goes, bro, they just got to give him that moment. They just got to give him that chance. He's going to be that breakout. After Mania, we all saw unravel. And Solo became that dude to where I go, now I believe it. Now I see where Roman goes, damn, bro. Like, I'm not bad for bumping into you.
but my dilemma is where I'm going with this is now that they've let Jacob Fatu off the leash. Like, we went to SmackDown last night, and he said it. Like, I'm off the leash now. Like, yeah, like, and he truly is.
He's tough.
So, like, Solo comes back now, bro.
He's tough.
I'm not going to lie to you, bro. Jacob Fatu ain't acknowledging nobody anymore. Like, bro, the confidence that he's got now, the things he's doing now, bro, he's off that leash. So now what do you do with Solo? Because we just had almost a year-long run. And it almost feels like these couple weeks of Jacob Fatu being like what he's doing has completely just ruined that whole Solo run.
I don't know if you guys seen a lot of his promos in MLW, but
I mean they've gone.
I've seen shit on Twitter. Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't watch MLW.
I'm waiting for him to use.
I seen that one where he goes, or what did he say? He said, "But I can really fight." And I thought,
and I'm like, dog walk your ass.
But he had a famous one about Godzilla and King Kong when he was talking.
Oh, and he just said that recently too.
When he was talking about MLW, he was like, I can't remember how it went, but he was like, we got Godzilla and you got King Kong. I'm both of them.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, damn.
Now his promos are killer,
bro. That's honestly what's gonna hurt Solo pushing back. He ain't got that, man.
He don't.
Got that.
And they hope though.
I like Solo. I feel like Solo is criminally underappreciated for what he's meant to the Bloodline storyline.
Yep.
However, though, they got something special with Jacob, man.
Yeah.
Jacob is.
Hence why they didn't let him talk, bro.
Jacob is the truth because every time
they didn't want him
every time he
overshadowed.
comes out and he talks and He's in the ring. I'm like, Solo is kind of pushing further and further
Bro,
back.
that pop last night, whenever Damian was in the ring and Jacob's music hit, we all like that was the last thing we kind of expected, and we were like,
And that
"Oh
theme song
my
goes crazy,
god!"
too.
His theme song goes hard.
No,
bro.
but it's also that thing you said.
Yarami. It's all, bro. Yeah.
No, but it's also that thing you were mentioning earlier, to where like a theme song hits and you just go, "Get out of the ring." I legit had the moment where I'm like, Damien, bro, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
I would clap for you, but now I'm like, bro, dip.
I told him, I said, Damien, run.
But Solo used to have that feel though when he was the enforcer.
Yes.
When he didn't talk,
They didn't capitalize on it though.
Yeah.
He was the enforcer. Solo was basically what Jacob is right now. Jacob is just more agile as far as having more of an expanded moveset, and he's better on the mic.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they let him talk more. Solo didn't talk much, but he didn't have to. But Solo was like that guy in the bloodline, like, oh, you don't want to mess with him.
Right,
And then Solo came too,
That's
bro.
that's the one guy Roman Reigns.
But then they
at the time
started
he
having
got
him
to wrestle.
lose, and that's where they ruined that.
I feel like that didn't hurt him too much because of his purpose was strictly just to be Roman's protector. Like, whenever Roman needed him, he was there to make sure that he won.
Valid.
Now, individually, yes, that's what helps Jacob more because he hasn't lost, so wins and losses can't affect you. But I do feel like just based off presentation, Solo's presentation was still good enough where it was like he was the enforcer. He still felt like the most dangerous guy in the group. You know what I mean? Like he was the guy he felt like was going, you cross my family.
Yeah.
You got to deal with me. Solo was like, you know, what Jacob is right now. Like, Jacob's that one guy in the family, like, when they tell you that you're related to him, you're like, oh, yep.
Bro, even
Is that
Jay.
one cousin you don't talk to, bro?
Jay even said, he said, why'd you have to go get Jacob?
Yeah,
What did he
bro.
say?
Yeah. Why'd you have to go get him?
Yeah.
There's a reason why we don't talk. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Jacob's
bro.
that one guy in the family where it's like, if somebody said, like, oh, that's my cousin, or I'm related to him, you're like, oh, yeah, I want no problem with you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm cool on that.
No, yeah. I personally,
bro, they the Fatus, but don't.
I personally think that they're doing Solo and Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think so
too.
because Solo's been gone now. So now what's gonna happen is he's
I
gonna
think
come.
Solo's in the Rumble tonight.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure.
That'll be interesting because
That'd be
especially if Jacob's in it. I don't know if he's in
Jacob's
it or not.
that face off.
So
Jacob-
yeah,
that face-off?
that's gonna be interesting,
Jacob's
right?
in it. Jacob's
Okay,
in it.
so because my thing is, Solo's gonna come back and he's gonna expect Jacob to acknowledge him. Jacob off the leash now, like he's not acknowledging him. So then I think Solo's gonna turn face. They'll fight at WrestleMania. But I'm sorry because Solo's not beating Jacob. Like he's just not going to.
Nah, Jacob is just different, bro.
Yeah.
But
Jacob, madman, bro.
Yeah.
He madman. He was in that box, bro.
Yeah,
he was in that box.
he was in that box. That's why. So I just feel bad for
I know
Solo.
he for real was in the box.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
That's
really?
why,
It
bro.
was aggravated robbery or something.
I love how double in multiple times. So yeah, bro, he was really
He
in
was
that
really
box.
in there. He
Yes.
really lived that life.
That's why I believe him when he said I can really fight. Like, bro, I fucking believe you, bro.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I just feel bad for Solo because
Jacob is tough, bro.
I just feel bad for Solo because we had almost a year of great run of him, bro, and it
And
just
it's
kind of
gone,
feels
bro.
like it's just
Jacob
gone. So.
Solo feels like the one guy in the family that's like straight arrow path. Like just he seems intimidating, but he's really nice. You know what I mean? Like he's
Bro, he's funny as fuck.
and Jacob. I'm sure Jacob is nice too, but Jacob's like you said, like I really beat your ass.
Hey, bro, they hit Solo with it. Your real name is Clarence. No, he looked up, boy.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see what they do, bro. I feel bad for Solo just because we had the year long run.
Nah,
but
me and Mario kept on
Jacob
saying, bro,
Fatu is just
he was saying that Suge Knight shit, bro.
Yeah,
he
he
was
just-
for real looking clean.
Jacob Fatu is just on a whole nother level, bro.
Bro,
So,
he's different.
yeah,
Like.
Yeah.
Who do you think eliminates him tonight?
Fatu.
Yeah, it's got to be
I-
somebody big. It's got to be somebody like a Roman.
to make it make sense.
Right,
I told
yeah.
Mario, it honestly, to show where he doesn't lose any stock in this shit, bro. What do they do with every big man? Gang up on his ass and all eliminate him.
Yeah,
Roman, I could see Roman eliminating him for sure.
That'd be cool.
yeah.
Or the WrestleMania match, whoever eliminates him, I could see him going after them for sure, like LA Knight or something.
Yeah, do we want to see that?
I would because I wouldn't be against that. Damian Priest, they kind of tease that.
Yeah,
I mess with that because Damian.
I mess with that too because Damian
Yeah.
Priest
from
is
the streets,
aggressive, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said it last night. He said
He
we
ain't
both
even
from
in
the
that
we
box.
both from the street.
Yeah.
He wasn't in that box, but he's
Yeah.
from the street, so he.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
I kept on thinking, yeah, but Jacob different, bro. Jacob a little different. Yeah, y'all bro from the streets, but he a little different. Look at him. Look at that smile.
That theme is. Man,
Oh, it's
yeah,
so
it
hard,
goes
bro.
it goes hard,
his
bro.
presentation is valid.
Yeah. So we were just at WrestleCon, and a lot of people stopped you and shit, and they recognize you from your content and stuff,
Right.
and rightfully so.
Yeah, bro.
What got you to want to start making wrestling content? Was this before TikTok? Was this during
No,
TikTok?
it was during pandemic.
Okay.
During,
Okay.
2020.
Okay.
2020. Everybody is out of work, had a commission.
Yeah.
Not doing shit.
Right.
Nothing going on. So I just started making posts about wrestling and it just kind of went viral and just kind of stuck with it, man.
Yeah.
It's really that simple. Nothing crazy.
At what point? So how long did it take though? Like from you making content to you realizing like This shit's actually
got a good
hitting.
little
Like,
bass
this
under me,
shit's
yeah.
actually this is actually getting a following here.
Probably a couple of little days after I started getting the following, I was like, it was going
okay,
crazy.
so it was that quick. Okay,
Yeah,
I don't remember when because I was late to TikTok. I was one
same.
of those. I was like, I ain't finna get on that shit, bro. Like,
So
I'm
y'all downloaded it late.
So it's not even. Yeah, it's not even like as far as making content. No, it was legit. Like, bro, I'm not downloading it right now.
I started
I'm
watching
good.
TikTok probably like 2021 or 2.
It's addicting.
Yeah.
It's addicting.
Yeah, oh, bro. So I remember telling Vincent, like, bro, I'm not getting on. Like, I don't need it.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I downloaded it and got on it a couple times, yeah, I've been on ever since.
I feel like we can't live with that. When they banned it for like that 12
Yeah, how
hours,
was that for you?
Stressful.
Okay.
I'm like, bro, I need this. This
Yes.
is my. It's one of my biggest platforms. It's the biggest platform actually that I have, and I like engaging with it. I like making content just strictly for that app. You know, I make different type of content. So some of the content you may see on my YouTube or my Instagram isn't the same on TikTok. Like I make different content for all my platforms, all wrestling related, of course. Yeah. But the video stuff may all look different. So yeah, I was not messing with that, man. Make sure they keep that. And they keep that CapCut too, man. They got rid of that,
bro. That's what we use, right?
Yeah.
And so
Use that to edit. And as soon as it happened, I go, "Shut the fuck up!" I sent to Mario. I said, "Bro, they got rid of CapCut." And we're like, "What are we going to do?"
Yeah, bro. I deadass was like, "Holy shit!"
They was killing.
I didn't think about how they're the same company.
They was killing the vibes, bro.
Yeah. I'm just glad they brought it back, bro. It was what? It wasn't even 24 hours.
Nah, bro. Nah, we was straight.
People
They just wanted to scare us and shit. Bro.
Yeah.
They know what they doing.
The U.S. just got to put their hands in everything, bro.
They want the U.S. to get some of that money for that.
Yeah. They want to have their hands in everything. I don't think it's ever gonna get banned anymore. I think at this point, like,
I think it's too big.
Yeah, it's just too
way
big, bro. Those 24 hours, the amount of impact that it like people had from TikTok, the amount of small businesses that benefit from TikTok, I don't think it'll ever get banned. The U.S. will find a way to like somebody will buy it. The U.S. portion. I think I saw Microsoft was gonna buy it or Mr. Beast or some shit.
Mr. Beast put out for whatever, and then I think
that'd be crazy.
Crazy bread.
Yeah, bro, he does. I would be okay with him buying it, to be honest, because I feel like he would be one that won't change shit.
You know his net worth is like 500 million.
I believe it, bro.
Mr. Beast?
I believe it. I've been seeing clips on TikTok of his show that like people could win like millions of dollars or some shit. Like, I believe you.
And he's our age.
He's
our
age?
He's our age.
Yeah, that's fucking insane, bro. Like,
I mean, Dobrik.
Hey, we here in a hotel with 4 dudes.
Nah, he said women here, bro.
Oh yeah, there's girls over there.
Hey, keep quiet.
No, yeah. Yeah. So is it kind of like an outlet for you, like making? Because you're way more active on social than we are, like posting videos. Like you post videos every day, it seems like. So is it kind of like an outlet to you, or is it kind of just like it makes you feel some type of way, or like what is it about content that you like making?
Honestly, I feel like I'm good at it.
Yeah.
I like engaging with people, meeting new people. And it's just something, I don't know, man. It's just something fun. You know, not everybody has friends that are in the wrestling community, in their real life, in their inner circle. Most of us maybe we did, but they all kind of grew out of wrestling at a certain age. So it was kind of just you watching it by yourself. You know? So it felt a little lonely sometimes, but you kind of just you just kind of got used to it. Became just whatever at that stage, you know. But now that social media, one of the very few positive things I will say about social media, even in 2025 as I speak, is the ability to be able to reach out and meet new people that you never like us. Man,
right.
Yeah. Media, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
we met through wrestling. Yeah.
We're not from the same place. So I didn't know you guys 10 years ago. You know what I mean?
I just reached out to you for WrestleMania 38, and from there we just talked.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm willing to conversate and talk with anybody about wrestling as long as it's respectful and you know, it's good content and stuff. I'm always 1,000% down, 1,000%. But I just feel like I just really like making content about wrestling, man. I've been watching it for so long. I know what to talk about. I know what to not talk about. I know what I'm talking about when I talk about it. As far as like breaking it down, knowing the history, and speaking on bookings and speaking on the now and the past. I mean, it's something that I've always really, really enjoyed since I've done it, man. So yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's something that I'm just good at.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, anything else?
No, I think that's it, bro.
So obviously this is gonna come out after the Royal Rumble, but just so we have it on our
predictions,
so we have it on our channel, we gotta do some predictions. I want to hear yours first.
Jordan Grace and Roman Reigns are gonna win the Royal Rumbles.
Holy shit!
So you got Roman. Okay.
What about Jordan Grace?
And then obviously you have
Jordan Grace for the women's.
I assume you have Cody over
Cody's
KO.
for sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Motor City and get the tag titles back.
That's
so
fair.
Motor City Machine Guns.
Fire.
But my predictions for tonight: AJ Lee returns. We do not see The Rock.
Okay.
I think we're gonna get a return of Lay Cool.
That'd be fire. That'd be fire.
I definitely think we're going to get a return of Becky Lynch as well.
Yeah.
And Alexa Bliss.
Okay, you think Alexa Bliss? I saw they're far away on contract talks. They could just be saying that. Just
it could just be BS. And
Carmella possibly as well because she's been out for a while.
Yeah.
Bro, I thought about that one too.
Yeah, Vincent mentioned that.
NXT Superstars, I think you'll see like Jada Parker, Sol Ruka, maybe Stephanie Van Cure. I think that Nikki Bella could return as well to be a part of the Rumble.
I do think Nikki Bella is returning.
I could see that.
I do think so.
For the men's, I definitely feel like Jeff Hardy, Joe Hendry. I could see Moose popping up to be a part of the Royal Rumble.
Cardona?
Matt Cardona could possibly show up. Yes, can never count that out.
We met him yesterday and we brought it up, and he seems so over the question, bro. Like we mentioned it, and I'm sure so many people have asked him beforehand, and he just goes, "Yeah, we'll see." So I was like, "All right."
Like
bro,
I really thought to myself he was going to be there, but as soon as he gave that answer, I was like, he's not showing up. I don't know why.
Well, then he posted last night on social media that he went to like some steakhouse here, and he had like a big old thing of mac and cheese. I thought, yeah, I don't feel like you're gonna be in the Rumble, bro.
Yeah. He might not show up, but then again, I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see though. My predictions are gonna be Jordan Grace and Roman Reigns. Of course, you got Punk, you got Cena, Becky, Charlotte can always be in the mix as well. Roxanne Perez could be a sleeper maybe, but I don't know, man. I feel like Jordan Grace doesn't need to go to NXT. I feel like their rosters are already too stacked.
I 100% agree.
And I think
Raw needs her.
I think she's pretty well known she's pretty well known in women's wrestling and to mainstream, where I feel like it's believable enough for her to win the Rumble to face Rhea at Mania, which would be insanity.
Oh, bro.
So,
Yes. I 100% agree.
And then Roman Reigns, I think he's going to win because I think they're going to do a triple threat between Cody, Roman, and Punk at Mania. I think that
would be fire, bro.
Roman's going to win, and then I think Punk's going to use that favor that Paul Heyman owes him to get him inserted into that match, making it a triple threat.
That would be fire. I'm not mad at it. Yeah. For me, honestly, bro, it's one of the first times that the Royal Rumble is really a toss up. I know for you and a lot of wrestling fans feel the same way. I have Charlotte Flair winning just because I just want to see her with Tiffany or Rhea. Like I'd be okay seeing that again. Jordan Grace, I 100% agree with you though. Raw needs her because Raw right now, bro, is in a weird spot where they don't really have anyone to challenge Rhea other than Liv.
No depth. Yeah.
So Raw would be perfect for her. She doesn't need to go in NXT. But I don't think they have her win. But I could be 100% wrong, and I'd be okay with that. For the men's though, I'm really torn, bro. I don't think Roman's winning, but I also don't think anybody else is winning other than it have to be CM Punk. So I'm just gonna go CM Punk as the men.
No Cena.
I think Cena would probably win the Elimination Chamber. That's the way I think that's going to go. I would be 100% fine with Cena winning, bro. If Cena wins, that would be because I've never even seen Cena live in person. So to see him for the first time and then see him win the Royal Rumble,
it's going to be crazy.
Would be crazy, bro. And then I have Cody, and then I have Motor City Machine Guns for sure. So, but I'm excited for the ladder match. I feel it's going to be a banger.
Oh yeah. I have Cody from winning the ladder match. Or whatever. I mean, if KO won, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be mad at it. I'll be like, hey, bro, you made some valid points.
That would be wild, bro. Imagine the crowd.
It's unpredictable.
Imagine the
so
crowd.
Unpredictable if you did. Like the crowd will be shocked as hell. Motor City, like I said, is going to. I don't know if I said earlier. Motor City is going to take that win. I think Charlotte's going to win the women's. I want to see her and Tiffy. I think the promos then back and forth will be so fun in this whole new. I don't know, character gimmick or whatever the aura she's presenting right now with Charlotte. I think it's going to be really cool against Tiffy. And bro, I don't care. Cena winning that shit. Fuck it, bro.
I hope so. I'll be fine with that.
I'm not gonna be mad at it. Do I really, really, really think he's gonna do it? Not 100%. But guess what, bro? I told Mario too. What happened? Cody said, I'm going to win that Rumble. He won the Rumble, bro.
Everybody says they're going to win the Rumble.
No, don't matter, bro. Cena said it with some confidence, bro. And if Cena said I'm going to win that shit, he going to win that shit. That's why we all pulled up here, bro, to see John Cena win that. He's going to get his 17th title. I don't care. I don't need humble Cena.
He for sure getting the title though. Now they even have it. They have the journey or they have the chase.
Is he though?
17.
Yeah, bro. I don't need humble Cena.
They have it yesterday at SmackDown. They did a.
They get it at Mania.
I don't care where he gets.
I would be fine if he did it at Mania. I don't know if he will allow himself to do it at Mania.
Yeah, I think
I saw this post and it said if John Cena wins and he goes against Cody, it'll be like Superman versus Captain America. And I was like, ooh, shit, I think
if Cena goes for the world title and actually wins, I think it'll be at SummerSlam. But
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know if Cena would want to take anyone's position away
From Mania.
At Mania. But I think he is getting the 17 because yesterday at SmackDown, for the first time, I don't know if y'all have seen it before, but this was the first time I saw
package?
The promo package, and it said the chase to 17, or it said something like that.
They've been dropping a lot of hints
They
for a lot of things,
acknowledged it,
a lot of
so,
possibilities, man.
yeah.
Roman Punk, bro. It's gonna be
fucking
a good
epic,
one.
bro.
I can't wait, bro.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
I said,
excited
we're a couple
to
hours
see
away.
it. So by the time this video comes out, it'll already be out. But Malik, we appreciate your time, bro.
I'm gonna end it off, man, with a hot take. Give me a hot take you guys have.
For tonight?
Just any hot take. I'll go first. Shawn Michaels' theme song is terrible.
No, bro.
It's a bad theme song.
You're wild
bro.
for that, bro. You're wild.
It's an iconic.
You wild, gang.
Shawn Michaels' theme song is iconic.
Hey, I'm gonna get Jacob out too on your ass.
Shawn Michaels' theme song is iconic.
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
But it's not a good. It's
Bro,
not,
you can
it's
always
not a good
sing
team.
it. I'm just a sexy.
Bro, it's not
boy
getting played
that-
in the Ox, bro. It's not getting played on the Ox, bro. It's not getting played on the Ox.
Hey, Kendrick
let's
Lamar
see.
said it is, bro.
I can name at least 30 theme songs that are better than that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess yes. Do I actually like it? Like, would I listen to it while working out or something? Probably not.
It's an iconic
But
game,
it's iconic.
as
yeah,
an actual
and
song,
I'm just
it's not a good
attached
song.
to it, so that could.
I can
very
name a
well
lot of
play
songs that are better
factor.
than that. You know how many songs that I played before that?
Yeah, that could very well play a factor. I don't know if it's much of a hot take, but Brock Lesnar's career is safe to say is done.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah, that's done. I think when was the last time we saw him?
Lost to Cody.
When he lost to Cody.
SummerSlam.
Okay,
And
yeah.
gave him that little rub, bro.
Yeah.
Go away for him to go.
I'll do this as a hot take. Brock Lesnar will still be in the Hall of Fame.
Ooh.
I'll do that as a hot take. Now, whether he deserves it, that's another different question. Like, people can talk about that all they want. I do think eventually, I don't know how long it takes. They may wait a few years before this shit dies down. I think eventually he gets in. That may be. I don't know if that's considered a hot take, but
Hey, fuck it, I saw it today, so I gotta say, hey, the U.S. spinner belt, beautiful belt, bro. I don't care what no one says. Some people don't like that shit. That thing is great looking.
I like
boy.
the U.S. spinner belt better than the WWE.
Bro, I would
spinner
say
belt.
I think the U.S. title
Yes.
is better than the WWE.
Yeah,
title.
I don't like the WWE.
I like the spinner, the
I don't like
WWE
the
spinner
WWE
belt
one.
too. Both of those.
The spinner U.S. title is a better spinner version of the WWE Championship.
I agree with you. Yes,
To me.
and it fit that John Cena better.
Hey, not
Let's
hot
get-
take,
let's
but
get-
we agreed, boy.
One more. Keep going. I want to see everybody. Give me your top 10
Top 10 what titles?
WWE superstars all time. No order.
Oh shit.
John Cena, Randy Orton, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Roman Reigns, Triple H. How many am I at now?
You gotta do number
Undertaker for sure. This is a no order, right? So like Shawn Michaels. And I need what? I need one more.
Two more.
I have two more. Fuck. Did I say Randy Orton already?
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar.
One more.
I know that's wild to say right now, but
One
like I really grew up with him, bro. As
No diddler.
shit, bro. Let me throw women in there. I'm gonna say Charlotte Flair. She's the greatest woman wrestler of all time.
No.
Yes, she is,
She's
bro.
not better than Becky Lynch, bro. I'm sorry.
No, bro,
Becky Lynch.
that's crazy.
Becky
bro.
Lynch is the
That's
GOAT.
crazy.
Wow,
bro.
gang.
Becky Lynch
That's
is.
two gangies, boy.
Hey,
Wow.
I was really in that box, bro. Like,
Becky Lynch is the greatest women's WWE superstar of all time by far.
No, I'm gonna say Charlotte. I'm gonna say Charlotte for my 10th. Now that, like I said, I'm sure if I actually sat down and wrote it out.
What put Charlotte over Becky for you?
I just feel like her title reigns, everything about her, the way she carries herself.
Her reigns are terrible.
The fact that she's always in the championship picture. The fact that like I can't envision her in another feud that's not involved the
See,
championship.
that's to me why she's not in the conversation because I feel like Becky Lynch has evolved more with her character.
That's fair to say.
She's put others over and helped build other stars. She's not a
She
better
helped build
wrestler.
Tiffany.
She's not a
She's
better.
not a better wrestler than Charlotte though.
She's not a better in-ring
No.
wrestler, but her matches are just as good. Like you can
Yeah.
you can look at all the matches she's ever had in wrestling. She gave Trish Stratus her best match, arguably in the cage. Charlotte some of her best matches.
Charlotte
Rhea,
made Ronda look good though, so that is benefiting.
Okay,
itself.
but I was just about to say
She
us
did,
three
but-
were there, bro, and I'm about to say the Becky match was better than the Charlotte match at 38.
But she also had Bianca as her dance partner. That's not a fair. That's
still,
not a fair
bro,
thing,
still.
bro.
Yeah,
Charlotte,
but I mean, it takes two people to go in the ring and put on a good match, though. Like,
I mean,
that's what I'm
but
saying.
but you
So-
just said it too.
so
That Ronda
Becky
looked
had a
good
better
with
dance
Charlotte.
partner. This is what I'm trying to say. Charlotte carried Ronda at WrestleMania,
That's fair.
like to make it a decent
fair.
match. I personally, and I also like Charlotte better. So I mean, Becky annoys me a lot of times, especially like the most recent run that she just had. I'm no
that's
disrespect,
some of her best work.
but I was ready for her to take a little break. I'm not gonna lie,
I feel like
and
that's
I mean
some of
no
her best
disrespect
work.
by that.
Becky Lynch checks off more boxes when it comes to better championship reigns, putting others over, building other stars, character work, promo skills, impact alone. Becky Lynch is the only women's wrestler to say that she was the face of the
Becky
WWE.
Lynch does have better promo skills than Charlotte.
Yeah.
Like when we're talking impact wise, she was the face of the company. Like I think that's
With the man gimmick and
Now,
everything.
granted, 2019 is a terrible year for WWE.
Yes.
A bad year. But Becky Lynch was like 2% of what was good for WWE.
How many titles does Charlotte have? 14?
Too many.
Yeah, that's
I think she has like 14.
If you look at all those 14 reigns, how many of those
we
are
need
actually
a fact
really
checker.
Yeah, I mean that's fair to say, bro.
And that's another thing too.
Yeah.
I feel like she has a lot of stat patterning, but I feel like too with Charlotte, I just feel like she hasn't evolved. Like she's been the same her whole career. Like
14.
Charlotte has 14. Yeah, that's
she's
what.
14,
Yeah.
and she's so
Fact
the peak
checker
of her
Matt.
career.
Yeah.
She got the same amount of time.
Hey, well, I'm telling you right now, bro. She finna win the Rumble, bro, and I'm gonna look at you and be like, "Hey, shut your ass
Nah,
up."
she ain't winning that Rumble.
Hey, bro.
Hey, Malik.
She ain't winning that Rumble, bro. She ain't winning that Rumble. I feel like when you look at she has 14 world titles. She has the same amount of titles as Randy Orton.
Okay, so then if it's
Triple H.
so if Becky's
She's
your
2 away from John Cena.
Becky's your top women's wrestler of all time. So who's second?
Charlotte.
Okay. See, so like just like how for the men's GOAT, like you could always interchange the top two. Bro.
Or
I really think it's just
Bianca's
preference.
close.
Bianca is close.
Trish is still in there. I think Mercedes, if she comes back to WWE because she never had the proper run in WWE. Bayley, I think Bayley's my all-time favorite. So Bayley, I think is criminally underrated, but I don't think
she is underrated.
She's in that conversation, but
she's a better heel though to me now.
I feel
Bayley
like Charlotte
got to be in your top 5.
I feel like Charlotte, what holds her back from the Force women, Mercedes, Bayley, Becky, they all were able to evolve. They all evolved somehow with their character. They change.
Yeah.
Charlotte has been the same. She's been the same since NXT.
Yeah,
She's
but
the
way
same.
I look at
I'm the queen. I want the title.
the way I look at that is those like Ric
But it
Flair was the
works.
same, and so I just think she's a Flair, and so like I just don't
He
really.
was the nature boy though. Like Ric Flair had.
He was the
swag.
nature boy his whole time, bro. He
Yeah.
didn't
But
ever change either.
Ric Flair had swag. He had charisma.
Hey,
though.
bro, you
Like,
tell me you seen these video packages, bro? Charlotte don't have swag,
I
bro.
just
Come
told-
on,
okay.
bro.
The new
So
ones?
These new ones, bro.
No, bro.
She hitting that hoe, getting on the private jet shit, bro. She hitting that hoe, bro.
Nah, Ric Flair was like he really lived that life though.
No,
Like,
he
that
did.
Was him.
He really
like, Ric
did,
Flair
yeah.
had swag. He had charisma. Like people watch TV.
Ric Flair
they're
in your
like,
top 10 on wrestler of all time?
Yeah, he's probably the GOAT, honestly.
No, bro.
Like, just
hey, thanks for
wrestling.
watching the Lame Guy.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right. Like,
We're talking all of
it's
wrestling.
more of a discussion of all of wrestling, yes.
I'm not
Because in
talking
WWE, he's not. Yes.
No, he's
Oh,
not,
okay,
not in
okay,
top
okay.
10 WWE
Yes,
wise.
yes.
We're talking all of
All of wrestling, though, for what he did in wrestling in the independent, like him traveling to the territories.
Bro,
like,
Ric
yes,
Flair
yeah.
was.
Motherfucker wrestled the Von Erichs, bro. Like,
Yeah,
that's
bro,
how long
that's
he been
wild,
around.
bro.
Like, that's crazy.
Now we're talking WWE wise. He's not the GOAT WWE wise. No.
Yeah. Okay.
WWE wise, it's different because we're talking who's had the best WWE career.
Yeah.
Ric Flair never had.
If John Cena breaks his record, does that surpass him for you? Like of all time, all of wrestling.
No, because he never wrestled outside of WWE. So I think it goes into different conversations. You know, like if you look at, you could say the Usos are the best WWE tag team, but are they the best tag team in wrestling? Well, the Dudleys did more outside of
they did
wrestling.
more
The
outside of
Hardys did
wrestling.
more outside of
Yeah.
wrestling. Those guys won everywhere. So it's different. I think there's different layers to that.
But let me ask you this though. This kind of it may not be the same thing, but it's safe to say the WWE is the NFL, is the NBA of
100%.
all sports, right? So like there may be some other professional basketball players that go play in Europe, that go play in either other place, and they may be decorated basketball players.
Good point.
But did they do that shit in the NBA?
Good
No.
point.
I don't know their name because they didn't do that shit in the NBA, right? I know the Dudleys, of course, yes. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But I look at that and I think WWE is the NFL. It's the NBA of professional wrestling. So for me, these 16 titles that John Cena has hold more weight than a world title in no disrespect in TNA, in AEW, in ROH.
Yeah, because John
in
Cena
these other
is
places.
the only guy that won 16 titles in WWE.
So it's like,
but
that's the way I look at it.
that could be looked at as a stat pattern though, because I look at it as like it's one thing to win a title, but even though he has 16, a lot of those reigns, some of those weren't really that great. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of those reigns weren't really that great. I feel like what makes a great champion doesn't determine how many titles you have. Roman Reigns had the greatest world championship run I've ever seen.
Same.
I think he's the greatest world champion in WWE history, even
That's
on
fair
a
to say.
part-time and a full-time schedule.
Yeah.
But what made Roman Reigns so great is that he was able to evolve. He made the title feel important, and he did it on a part-time and a full-time schedule. He was able to come back and be a part of some of the biggest stories. He gave us epic moments,
Yep.
the matches. He was giving us real cinema movie-like
Right,
stuff
right.
consistently on a reign that he wasn't there for all the time.
Yeah.
Yes, John Cena has 16 world titles. Triple H has 14. Randy Orton has 14. Edge has, 11? But that's some of those reigns are very much stat patterning. Like some of those reigns they didn't even have the title sometimes even for a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just all
Like Rey
stat pattern.
Mysterio.
Yeah.
Remember when he took
Yeah,
title
like
Rey
John
Mysterio?
Cena may have won the title. Remember he won the title in the Chamber, and then Batista took it from him.
Well,
right
then
after?
CM Punk beat him, and then Vince gave him the title the next
Yeah,
Monday
so-
when he took that title. Remember at Money in the Bank?
So some of those reigns can be stat patterning, but I feel like what makes a great champion is what you can do for the championship. Can you elevate the title to make it mean something? Can you give us moments? Can you give us the matches, the stories? And I'm not saying John Cena didn't have that. He definitely had those, but did he have it through every reign as champion? No, he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't have that. So, but John Cena he's still the GOAT though.
Yeah.
WWE wise, he's the greatest WWE superstar of all time. When it comes to longevity, the matches, the impact, he just has more. The only other person that to me that I would put in that same category with The Undertaker. He's the only other guy that's touching that conversation.
Oh, shit, I ain't going to argue with that
That's
shit.
fair.
If Stone Cold had a longer peak, Stone Cold would be in there, but his peak just unfortunately he didn't get to have that long peak.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. Mario brought this one up. It's been a minute since you brought this question up on the pod. Triple H's career speaks for itself. That resume stacked, bro. I mean, we talked about it with your stuff, bro. Top 10, superstar or WWE superstars of all time. Some people say yes, some people say no. I mean, some people say top 5. Doesn't matter.
Nah, that's crazy.
But he is a legend.
He's top 10 for sure.
He is definitely a legend.
Yes,
nobody can convince me they can name 10 wrestlers better than Triple H. Just we're talking people who've had the best WWE careers. I don't care if he was married to Stephanie. I don't care. I don't care if he's sitting at the McMahon family dinner tables.
I agree.
Triple H was really good.
Yep.
Okay.
He may not have been the best, but he was still very,
especially
very
what
good.
he did for Batista and Randy Orton.
Yeah, he was very, very good. Like Triple H is definitely in the top 10.
Okay.
He's in like the higher 10s though.
So with all that being said, and now what he's doing behind the scenes in WWE and where he's elevating it, we've said this plenty of times. WWE is the hottest it's ever been. Like everyone talks about it. It's so mainstream.
I think it's ever.
I'm about saying whenever we've talked about in the past about this is bigger than the Attitude Era. Like at this point, I mean, people are like, no, nothing's bigger than the Attitude Era. Bro, look around you. Like, bro, we just walking down the street.
Yeah, just now.
This speaks for itself. So with all that being said, so let's say,
did you know this event sold more tickets than WrestleMania last
we
year?
talked about that. We talked about that yesterday. Yes. So with all that being said, so with his actually wrestling career and now with his career, what he's doing behind the scenes, could you throw Triple H in the GOAT category?
No.
Just because it's separate from wrestling.
Even then, so just.
I'm about to say, you remember this question?
Yes, yeah, okay. I remember.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you did the question.
I brought it up.
That's like saying, like, if that was the case, then Vince McMahon would have to be the GOAT.
Nah, but that wrestling career is different.
The wrestling career is different, but if you're adding it with the booking aspect of it too, I mean, nobody's going to touch what he did.
The way I looked at it is Triple H is already in the top 10 of wrestling, in our opinions.
Yeah.
And then the fact that what he's doing for WWE now, I was looking at it as like in 10, 20 years, like let's say like, bro, this really was the greatest run of WWE history and we're all witnessing it. Afterwards, when it's all said and done, does that play a part in Triple H moving up in like the greatest of all time category? But I understand, and I'm not saying I agree with it, but I just brought it up as like you have to kind of think about it. Like it does help his legacy, in my opinion. Like it truly just does.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
But at the same time, like I understand the point of view of, but it didn't help his wrestling career. Like, and these other people didn't have these CEO roles that are in creative, and so I get why someone would say they wouldn't. But I also do think it does help his career at the end.
No, you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you're wrong. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if I could ever put him above like a Cena. I don't know if I could put him above Shawn Michaels, Taker, Austin, Rock, even like Roman, bro.
Yeah, above Randy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not by much though. But Triple H is probably like, he's probably like 8 or 9 or something like that. Like,
okay,
he's not above. I can't put him above Hulk Hogan either. I'm sorry.
No, bro, stop. Bro.
Hulk Hogan is above him,
bro. What?
Hulk Hogan is above him.
Stop, dude.
Hulk Hogan is above him. We're gonna keep it real,
bro.
Let's be honest.
Hey, ladies, where you going? Where you going? They didn't like that question.
If we're being real, I mean, Triple H never had any type of impact like Hulk Hogan did. He's a better wrestler, but when it comes to impact wise, it doesn't. No, he did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta keep it real. So I would say he's Hogan, Austin, Rock, HBK, Cena, Taker, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns up there. I ain't gonna lie to Roman Reigns.
Yeah, Paul Heyman says he's the GOAT, bro. Or John Cena. John Cena says he's the GOAT.
Roman Reigns is knocking on that door.
I think so too.
I don't know if I would put Triple H over Roman Reigns now. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's tough.
My thing about Roman is I don't think he's gonna do it long enough. Like I think I could see him retiring probably in the next year or two.
He can do it as long as he wants, though.
I hope so.
I guess we'll see.
I hope you're right. And bro, if he does it another 10 years, that's fucking fine with me. But I could totally see him like calling it a quits, and then that will be the reason that He's knocking on that door already.
Facts.
So he really just needs 1 or 2 more years of like this dominance, and I mean, it may knock that door down. But like, I don't know if he has that in him. Is what I'm trying to say. But all right, bro, we're getting close to the time that we need to go.
Yeah, I'm starving,
bro.
man.
Yeah. Let's go eat something. I appreciate you doing this for us, bro.
Man, no problem. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
Wait. I can't wait for the Royal Rumble, bro. It's gonna be epic.
Yeah. So
we're here, man. We're here.
Tune in next week, and then we'll talk to you guys later.
All right, man.